The Tourism Linkages Network of Jamaica continued their online forum series with the chairman of the Sports and Entertainment Network, Kamal Bankay. The discussion, which focused on navigating the sports and entertainment industries post-pandemic, comes in the midst of Tourism Awareness Week.
For me, I think what's super important is that we understand where we are, from a pre and post pandemic standpoint. We lost something that we didn't believe we could lose, which was, our freedom to gather. And of course, what this reminded us of is that, primarily we are humans that are social creatures. And that went against, the whole ethos of sports and entertainment, which is just based on gathering and people coming together and enjoying sporting events together and entertainment events together. So we were essentially forced to adapt to that. And, we went through this timeline of, how are we going to move forward, stop and start, and is it finished? Is it not finished? And, one of the things that we came out of the pandemic saying is that the only uncertainty is certain. When the pandemic hit, we were, very quick to find some substitutes for our lack of in-person socialization, hangouts, clubhouse, Zoom, family meetings, and all of these things became important. DJs going live and virtual versus became temporary crutches for us to get our fix of entertainment. Sporting events were played without crowds. And obviously TV crews to produce, television shows and movies had to kind of bubble together to get the content out. Now that we're forced to adapt, this is what we've learned coming out of all of this. People have learned to survive without entertainment because essentially we're forced to.
Bankay noted that many people came of age in a world where conventional nightlife was not the norm, and thus a great night out was more of a luxury than a right.
So the question now becomes, how do we make the most of a post-pandemic world? Now, the first thing for any practitioner, we have to remember that our mitigation plans for risk must be more robust. We have to consider more things. We have to consider planning and execution of this, a very wholesome, fulsome way. And the bigger that your event is the more regulatory oversight that actually will come. The diversified income streams are super important for persons now, just so that because we were one of the industry shutdown, persons who, were involved in round robins and street dances to, have some form of income, or persons who are formally employed in the production sectors, music sectors, and so on and so forth, that actually produce medium and large style festivals and concerts, people who are involved in producing sporting events, from security personnel, DJs, lighting tech, production people. All these people were without a job, and we have to be very aware that this is where, our rights as persons to gather and what we like to do are intertwined with persons' livelihoods.
According to Bankay, the fact that people were accustomed to life without entertainment was even more motivation to take events to the next level. Bankay proposed that providers and promoters focus on the very real aspect of FOMO, fear of missing out.
And that's what we have to contemplate as the practitioners who are trying to make sense in this world post-pandemic and ensure that our product that we put out there is world-class and people do not want to miss it.
The Jamaican Ministry of Tourism established the Tourism Linkages Network to create and maintain connections across productive industries. The Knowledge Network online series takes place on the last Thursday of each month and covers a variety of topics.